Okay, we're going to create an animated GIF using the photo editing program GIMP. It's actually a lot more straightforward than Photoshop to use. And saying it's surprisingly easy. The first thing you'll have to do is, as in Photoshop, is you'll have to create the individual frames of your animation. So what you're using GIMP for really is just a way of assembling those and then exporting them as the GIF. So we're going to use the prepared frames, and in GIMP there's an option to open as layers, and here's my series of images using the melon head tutorial again. So I'm going to open those, and they will import each of those onto a layer in the same way that Photoshop does. And now I have my animation. GIMP also gives you an option to view the animation. I tried using the optimize for GIF and it didn't work very well, but this is just a good way of seeing how the animation looks if you want to check it out before you finalize it. And there's an option here for playing the animation and checking it out. And then once you're happy with it, okay, and you don't want to make any more edits or create new frames or whatever, you can then export as. Now then, what I like about GIF, or so should I say GIMP in particular, is there's no nonsense with it. It really does. You do have to start understanding your graphics and your files, etc., which I think is kind of pretty important in a course like the one we're doing. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a temp file. Now then, here I want to make sure I put the correct file extension on the end. There's no drop-down boxes. It's not all making life easy for you as it does in Photoshop. You've got to understand what you're trying to do. So for a GIF file, we're going to need the GIF file extension. And then we're going to export that to the desktop. And in here, we've got a few options. You want to make sure that it is as an animation. Yeah, I would always suggest looping a GIF. And then you can control the speeders here as well. So you could play around with that. And then just export. And there we have our file all ready to play. If I stop sharing and reshare a different window with you, we can hopefully have a quick look at for some reason I don't have my browser open. I'm going to stop sharing a second. I'm just going to open up a browser. Okay, I'm going to go back to share. And here we go. And in this one, I'm now going to open file. I did before, and then the one I did earlier, and there's my temp. Let's check it. It's working. Yeah, so that's working exactly the same way. So there you go. That's how to create a GIF file using GIMP.